Crystal Palace in Leningrad. Hi everyone, I'm Cendril. Welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Dragoon. That is really cool looking. I always liked the way that looked. Now, there are shops and things here like any other town, and there's also Stardust. However, we won't be able to grab any of the Stardust yet, so don't worry about that. We'll be coming back later. What we're gonna do right now is buy stuff we need. Business as usual. First, we're going to look at the weapon shop. Tomahawk, which is an upgrade for Kongal. Spear of Terror, which is not only an attack boost, but also gives Albert a chance to frighten an enemy. Diamond Claw. Breastplate. Master's Vest. When physically attacked, SP is accumulated. Go ahead and buy that. Soul Headband. Yep. Jeweled Crown, which you already have. Stardust Boots, which Jenna already has. I think she has Stardust Boots on. Protector, which blocks the arm blocking status effect, Fear, Petrification, Armor of Legend. Greatly reduces damage from physical attacks. It also costs 10k. It also gives you no magic defense, as you can see. But it's here, keep that in mind. Alright, let's gear out the party. Be armed with it, yes. Diamond Claw, yes. Why not? Sure. Okay, that'll work. Sell stuff down here. We don't need the axe. We don't need the lion fur. We don't need the glaive. The armlet. And the warrior dress. Because Master's Vest. Alright, good. Over here is your item shop. You can buy healing fogs and healing breezes here, so buy what you would like. There's also depetrifiers and the usual. Here we have thunder-based throwables, so there's that. I have 12 healing breezes, so that's good. I'll sell a Sun Rhapsody. And keep the rest. Okay, this episode, I'm just going to warn you now, is going to have a ton of talking. There will be little to more than likely no fighting in this episode. It's a ton of plot gets thrown at us here. So, buckle in. That's what you should be prepared for. Let's get started. It is said that the divine tree that lives in our heart and the last fruit have been protected from evil by the signets created by the ancient Winglies. The legend goes, when the signet is broken, the end of the world approaches. Just like the last fruit, we humans are one of the fruits given life by the divine tree. For the end of the world to be a mere legend, we must remove evil from our hearts and live in honesty. It is our mission as children of the divine tree. A divine tree? I've never heard of it. We still don't know what the objectives are for Lloyd. Any information could be helpful. Sure enough. Oh, you must be travelers. Welcome to Leningrad. My name is Bishop Dick. I serve the divine tree. I'm Dart. This drawing is what you were talking about? Yes, it is. The divine tree. But this is what we imagine. Nobody has seen the real tree. Nonetheless, we believe in the divine tree. It is the source of life and harmony. Would you like to know more about the divine tree? Yes, please.
The divine tree is the tree of life. All life comes from this divine tree. In the beginning, nothingness filled the world. Then the creator Soa descended from the sky. And his followers created the world. In the end, Soa sowed a seed on the earth. The seed soon grew to be a great tree. The great tree bore 108 fruits, and various life forms arose from the ripened fruits. Thus, 108 forms of life were created to fill the world with life. The divine tree completed its role, but the story says it is still protected by the signet of Soa.
It is like this. The world was established with the fate determined by Soa. God's tree, sown by Soa, is the divine tree. If you'd like to find out more about this, you can go to the National Library. Is that the Millie Sisu National Library? I can step into the treasury of knowledge. I wonder if I am capable of receiving all this incredible luck and still remain calm. No! I cannot! The treasure of knowledge is shining and calling me! Albert? You okay? Let's go! So Albert just completely, geeks out on us. He is super excited. He's all about knowledge, which I love. I love that about his character. And royalty or not, he doesn't care. Knowledge. And he gets to step into this really fancy National Library. He's really excited about it. Hi. Who are you people? Do you realize that you're talking to the librarian Oot? Well, you think you're super important? No. Sorry. What do you want? Have you interrupted my ceremony for no reason? I don't like stubborn old guys, because I want to be an adorable old guy. Thanks, Ashel. Did you say something? Please wait. We were told by Bishop Dill that there is a wonderful library here. If you want, you can just go to the library. Now, actually you can't, because the door's locked, which is why you have to talk to this guy. Oh, wait. I locked the door when I left. So could you open the door? I would love the opportunity to touch such treasures of intellect. Or intelligence, sorry. Alright, stop looking at me like that. I appreciate it! So cool, Albert. I'll let you in now. Yeah, do what Albert wants. Do you understand who you're talking to? He's such a haughty old guy. Don't say that. We have to do what we can do until Lloyd shows up. That's true. He used a dragon and a dragoon in Serdio and in Terboa. He obtained the cooperation of a wingling. We don't know what he will do here. Good point. But Albert really wants in the library. Okay. Now, I have something to point out about the 108 fruits that the tree bore, right? Every time I hear that, I swear that they took that in, whether they want to, acknowledge it or not, that they took that and used that from Suikoden. Or Suikoden, however you want to pronounce it. I don't know. But it's a, I guess, cult classic at this point. It doesn't get as much love as I think it should. Some of the games, some of them aren't good, but there are a few really good ones. The first and second one, most notably to me. But the big thing about... Oh, no, that's the hospital. I thought it was Suikoden, but I've heard it a few different ways. Anyway, the thing with Suikoden is they have their big core plot is the 108 Stars of Destiny. And I believe it came out first before this game. It's a pretty old series. The first one was on PlayStation 1 like this game, but I think it came out first. Hopefully I'm right with it, because I think Legend of Dragoon was near the end of the PlayStation 1 cycle. I think. But anyway, it's just funny that it's 108, so I always kind of link the two there. This is the inn, which I'm looking for. So there you go. We'll go ahead and say. So in the main games, I know they've had a few offshoots like Suikoden Tactics, but in the main games, it's about the 108 Stars of Destiny. Which are the protagonists that you play as, and the 107 other characters that will aid him in some way. It's a really cool plot idea. I always did like that. But because it's 108, which is a very specific number, and that this game uses it too, just always thought about that. If you have any information to that, whether this game took inspiration from that, or it's just a coincidence, or you know something like that, please let me know in the comments, because I've always been curious about it. Ceremony going on, please come another time. Oh, darn. Let's see, which one's the library? I think these are just houses. This looks bigger. Are you the library? Yep. Found it. This is incredible! This is the knowledge source of endness. Go look for anything you want. Okay, I can just see Albert's like eyes bulging out of his head and just like, practically drooling at this point. The entire wall is filled with books. Albert could spend the rest of his days here. Maybe we can find out something about mirages and the moon that never sets. Good point. Doesn't looking at these things all the time have an effect on you? It made me wise. Congo feels dizzy. Gigantos is lose to books. Not good with books. Good with fighting, not good with books. Here's something about dragons. It also talks about dragoons, too. We could say that the Serdian War was started from the dragoon spirit that was brought by Lloyd. Let's split up and look. Let's just do it. I guess I have to use my brain for the first time in a long time. Can Congo read human words? If Rose were here, she would tell us a lot. They'll be back when they finish their errands. We have to do what we can do now. Indeed. Alright, let's see what everybody found. What did you find, Congo? It is about Winglies, I guess. You guess? Congo cannot read human characters. Congo looks pictures. I like pictures too. Let me read it. Winglies are people with wings of light who employ magical power. They had their glory 11,000 years ago and had enormous magical power that could float colossal cities. City floats? Yes, it is unimaginable in the current world. They became extinct after the war with humans who were seeking their liberation. But Linus, who was a Wingly, was alive. Besides, us Dragoons are supposed to be only a legend too. The legend does not necessarily tell the truth. Take a look at this picture. Humans and dragons. No, Dragoons and dragons. And what is this? Virage manipulated by Winglies. Hey Shanna, what'd you find? Shanna, did you find out something? This book is talking about divine moon objects, but they're just divine objects from a legend to begin with. There are no details. If we can find out the meaning of the divine moon objects, we think we can find out what Lloyd wants. Okay, let me read the part I found. After the Dragon campaign, humans controlled the continent of Idnus and divided the continent into 4 and established 3 new countries. To the east, Serdio, to the south, Turboa, to the north, Melesesu, and to the west of the continent, the untouched land, the Death Frontier. Each country shared 3 divine objects inherited from the Winglies as proof of their alliance. The divine moon objects are said to conceal magical power. However, their usage is unknown. Usage is unknown. His mystery may be hidden in there. I'll look into it more. Alright. Hey, Hassel. This book talks about the Dragoons. The Dragoons from legend? Yes, it is. The heroes of the Dragon campaign. According to this, we're the first new Dragoons to come along since that time. Maybe. Dragoons are to be called when history requires them. When history requires them. Is that now? Lavitz was a Dragoon, and Graham, Dole, and Linus too. Were their deaths necessary? That is what only history can tell. I, of course, don't know. However, it all started out from the Dragoon spirit that Lloyd brought. If Lloyd is a part of history that is necessary, then our journey seems to be dragged along by his fate. In spite of the fact that they were humans, the 7 heroes who led the Dragon campaign to victory 11,000 years ago crossed the sky and cast spells. After they fulfilled their roles, they vanished with the Dragoon spirits as if it were some unavoidable fate. This legend seems to be telling us that after this journey, we will vanish. And you, Albert? This is a marvelous place. It seems all the wisdom that humans can possibly know is here. I'm reading a book on politics now. This is very... Can you do politics after we take care of Lloyd? Yes, indeed. Now, let me read the portion that talks about dragons. According to this, dragons are the second most powerful species of all 107 creatures given life by the divine tree. Their attacks and life power overwhelm others. However, the creator Soa created a balance by reducing the dragon's intelligence. Therefore, they were to be controlled by humans with their wisdom. During the dragon campaign 11,000 years ago, they had fierce battles against Virages, manipulated by winglings, and couldn't avoid being annihilated. But they weren't annihilated like the book says. True, and again, they are ruled by the Dragoons. I'll look for more. It led to the dragon campaign. Huh? What'd you find, librarian? What do you need? Are you acting superior again? Of course, I am superior. Whatever. I prefer being a hit with girls over feeling superior. I don't care about those things. Seems you're interested in the dragon campaign. Wingley's divine moon objects, dragons, and dragoons. These all had something to do with the dragon campaign. Then Lloyd has something to do with the dragon campaign? The dragon campaign is my specialty. Maybe I can be of assistance. Tell me. We only know fragments. I see. This is the legend of the dragon campaign that I know.
There were 7 Dragoon warriors in the legend of the Dragon campaign. Dragoons, reputed to be the incarnation of dragons. With dragons at their side, the Dragoons fought boldly. However, in the age when the legend was reality, the Wingleys dominated all, even the gods. The gods answered to dictator Melbu Frama's prayers and granted him ultimate power. But the power was abused. The earth of Saint Imperial Gloriano was scorched by the gods' fire and became ashen. The anger and sadness of the people was fuel for the Dragoons' cause. Then at last they freed the gods. Without the gods' power, the Wingleys perished, and our age, the human age, began. Thereafter, the gods floated in the sky. For 11,000 years, they have been looking over the world as the moon that never sets.
That is the story. Did you find out something related to Lloyd? Oh well, that's unfortunate. You're already here, so you might as well check the reference room upstairs. There are more books? No, it contains the historical material of Melisessu. For other people, it may seem to be mere trash. However, for our country, they are all historic objects. This is something left by the Black Monster that brought an inferno down on this country. The Black Monster? It has already been 18 years. It is surprising a young man like you knows about it. I was born in Neat. God! Are you a survivor from the village? Yes, he is. Beginning and ending of the Dragon campaign is a wall painting with the theme of the Dragon campaign. Depiction of Dragoons. These are Dragoons during the Dragon campaign. Seems like a painting of the Divine Tree. The Saint Luvia? I've seen this somewhere. You should have too. Stone plate with people with wings. People with wings. Must be about the winglies. Excuse me. Relics from Neat, the tragic village. This is the stained glass of the church in Neat. Do you remember seeing this? Yes. Faintly, but I do remember. It was really a monster. These are the only things that survived the Black Flame. Do you know anything about what happened to Neat back then? Any survivors or... I know only one. Who is it? The second sacred sister of Mili Sessu, Sister Luana. Seems you don't know her. However, I can tell you a little about the Black Monster. There is a legend about the Black Monster and the Moonchild. Would you like to hear it? Yes, please. But I mean, we've heard this before, right? It's ironic, but the people who visit the church in Neat pray for their own happiness by looking at this stained glass, which shows the legend of the Black Monster and the Moonchild.
Why did the gods create him? The Black Monster. He appears in various legends as a demon who rebels against and devours the gods. An evil plague that rejects peace in the world. The god that is the moon that never sets. The moon that never sets glows red every 108 years. It is a sign that a herald will be sent to Earth. The herald is known to us as the Moonchild. The legend says the Moonchild revives the gods on Earth and purifies the world. The Black Monster abhors, hates, and despises it, and kills the Moonchild. This sad karma is endless. This god stays forever in the sky, and the world is in never-ending chaos.
That's a little different. Meanwhile, in Neat. Oh, so that's where Rose went. Nothing has changed. But that's going to end this episode here. We still have plenty of talking and plot to do, so don't worry, it will continue next episode. The game throws a bunch of stuff at you right here, so just, again, strap in for next episode. There's still way more plot that's going to be thrown at us. Until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a lot of fun. I'm Cendril. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.